So if you've ever opened up HubSpot and been like, oh my God, there is so much here. I've got a great idea. I want to work on this thing to get sales. Tried it, been unimpressed or underwhelmed. You're not alone. We've been doing HubSpot for over 10 years. We've done over 300 portals. And today I've got Tasha Del Bianco, who leads our HubSpot division, to help talk about the top 5 or 6 features in HubSpot that will generate you money. Tasha, thank you for being here.
Of course, Mo. I was very excited. Very good topic as well. I mean, like, it's a hot topic. Salespeople love this stuff. So.
Well, I knew you were going to be here, so we made it about HubSpot on purpose. But yeah, I think you can add so much value. I feel like before we get straight into it, there'll be like 5 key things we found time and time again. And we've spoken a lot about this internally. With HubSpot releasing now, all these AI features are really welcome. And every time we speak to clients, they're like, oh, you know, I want to use this AI feature, this AI feature, this AI feature. And they're not even using deal stages properly. Like their reps aren't even logging stuff properly. And HubSpot's doing its thing, but at the same time, it's really distracting people. And I know you've got comments around like the new GPT connector with...
I mean, the deep research connector, first of all, it took me a little while to get into it.
That connects ChatGPT and HubSpot.
So that's ChatGPT and HubSpot connect, and you can do what they call deep research in ChatGPT. It took me a while to get there. And when I got there, I must say it was a bit slow. It was a bit underwhelming. I'm yet to see the really big value in it. I'm sure there's something there. You know, you were saying that in infancy phases, these things aren't always as good as, we hope them to be. And I'm sure there's more to come. But for the people that are using HubSpot well, and they do some of the things we're going to talk about today, and they do those well, HubSpot's Copilot, with most subscriptions, you get like 3,000 credits included. That's probably where it's at. If I was going to put my time in some AI feature, it'd be HubSpot's Copilot.
Yeah, and provided you're actually using it properly.
That's the huge caveat. You have to be using it, otherwise it's useless.
Yeah, so what we thought we'd do is like start really, really simple, even though the fundamentals, I'm sure you'll learn a lot, because we even recently updated some of our fundamental stuff in HubSpot, like 5, 6 things that if you do, this actually will generate money using HubSpot if you do them properly. Before you even go into AI land and use AI Copilot, because chances are your data's not set up correctly, and if it's not, then we can help you at Pandas. We literally have a service where we help clients do that. Shameless plug. All right, so the first one, I'm going to start super simple, and that is creating MQL responders, templates that convert. So what's an MQL? So you can call it MQL, SQL. Essentially, anyone who's reached out for business, like, hey, I'm interested in working with you, or it's a bottom of funnel inquiry, essentially, right? And what I want to share is an example of what we do, as well as some considerations. Before I get the touch, any sort of issues or common problems you see with autoresponders that clients will often have?
So many. They might not have an autoresponder at all.
That's always a big one. Yeah.
Or they have an autoresponder that kills them, like the person filling in the form, kills them with information. And it's all our mission, our values, us. And it's, like they just contacted you for more inquiry. So it's too much information. The lack of anything, and then just not like configuring anything else after that, which I know I'm probably getting ahead of myself, but there's nothing.
That's all part of it. Yeah. It's got to start somewhere. So, and I'm going to share an example. So if you want to see an example and our beautiful faces, you want to see the video version as well as the example, visit redpandas.com.au/EP183. Otherwise, you can listen along. It will still make a lot of sense. So 2-3 key things you got to do. One, this is a really, really big one, what we call future pacing. So essentially, thanking them for the inquiry, what happens next, very clear next steps. The second thing is establish credibility. And this can be done in a light way, not like, exactly what you're saying, Tash, like case study, really light credibility, but showing credibility. And what we like to do, mention something that's credible. Like, we work with clients like Bupa and a lot of household brands in Australia, mentioning those. Like we'll mention those in our emails, and I'll share that in a second. As well as the final thing is a clear focus on outcomes. What is your business's clear focus on outcomes? This is not as obvious as it seems. Like if you're a lawn mowing business, right? Like a random thing that comes to mind. It's not going to be something like, we'll mow your lawn, right? It's going to be clear outcomes. Like we'll mow your lawn so your neighbors are envious and you can look back with pride. It's a clear outcome, right? Yeah. And if there's an emotional attachment to it, even better. So right now I'm going to share an example of ours. I'm going to read it out as well, at least some of it. Thanks for reaching out to Red Pandas. It's not as convoluted as I just said there. Thank you for reaching out to Red Pandas. I'll review your inquiry and website shortly. I look forward to connecting with you. Now, by the way, this is by the sales rep. It rotates either between myself or someone at Red Pandas. It literally says, I'll review your inquiry and website shortly. I look forward to connecting with you soon. So as a side note, I didn't even realize this. It's personal. It's actually from a person.
I think the contextualization is really cool here. The fact that you've done you contextualize who it's sent from, the signature down the bottom, even the booking link. Like if you're using your HubSpot feature as well, all of that can be contextual based off of a round robin sales rep assignments. That's really cool.
So from the outset, it's connecting to a person, right, Tash? First, a lot of businesses won't do it, so you're already ahead. The second thing they might do is make it very brandy, templatey.
Yeah, just no value really.
Yeah, this is actually very text-based. I'm not against having a little bit of branding, but this is actually text-based just to make it more personal. And it is an autoresponder. It looks like one, and they know it's an autoresponder if they do it at 1 a.m. and they get it. But that doesn't matter. It's already, like you say, establishing that contextual relevance with the person who'll probably deal with them on the sales.
And I mean, these people, like Moby said, they're bottom of the funnel. They're expecting someone to contact them pretty quick. So even if it is an autoresponder, you get all the other notifications that it happened. But this person has put their hand up and said, I want to be sold to. So
that's right.
Let's do it. Right.
I find you say that because sometimes we get pushback. I'm sure you've had this, Tash. You probably hear it more than me. They'll be like, oh, but I want to make it personal. I want to reach out to them. It's like, yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, 100%.
You can do that too. Like there's nothing, and actually, funnily enough, that'll be one of the next tips actually. But you send them that autoresponder. They know it's automated. That's fine. You're still giving them value. Like, here's what's going to happen next. Here's how you can prepare.
Yeah.
Here might be some things you can think about depending on your business, right? And then you do that thing as well. If someone comes in at 9 p.m. on a Friday, no one's expecting, and that, funnily enough, it's really funny. I need to do a better analysis on this, Tash, but I've noticed so many of our inquiries, I've had multiple ones come through at midnight
outside
at 1 a.m.
hours. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing at that time, right?
It's these entrepreneurs, man. Their brains are wired at different times.
But it's also it'll be big companies too. It's not just entrepreneurs. It's just when the lines are really blurred for everyone, right?
Yeah.
So you got to look out for that. So anyway, look forward to connecting with you. Sure. Then it's got, we've helped businesses. This is where we put our credibility. We'll help businesses like this company, that company, Bupa. And then we've actually got outcomes. So we've got numbers outcomes, right? We've helped businesses like Penrith, Kids Club, Bupa achieve 133% increase in leads, 5% increase in organic traffic, 3% increase in close rate. And then in brackets, we put the companies. And then here's the core outcome. At Red Pandas, our core focus is generating leads and closing more sales. Everything we do at its core involves HubSpot. Then a little bit more, just a little bit more about you. And then essentially what's going to happen next. I'll reach out. Literally it says here, I'll reach out within 24 hours to book a discovery call and see how we can potentially help you achieve your goals. Now, in our context, this works really well with B2B. Also works well with B2C high consideration purchases. In the interim, feel free to book a time here. So if they want to beat me to the punch and they want to book a time in my calendar, they can do that.
Have you found that's happened a bit from this email?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and
cool.
It's good because sometimes leads are funny, right? You'll have nothing for a week and then we've had days where we've had 8 leads before midday, which for us is a lot, because of what we do. And when are you going to get to them? You have to call them, book in. But if a percentage of them book into your calendar automatically.
Efficiency's so good.
That's great.
Yeah.
Anything on that? We'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, I like the next one. Let's go.
So this is actually very much closely related to the first one, and that's one-to-one video. Now you can use it everywhere, but we're being super, super specific here in the initial prospect email. So this is it actually ties in very nicely with the first one. They get an autoresponder, you arrive to work the next day, and then you send this email. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, Tash.
So is this, have you tried to call them?
Have we tried? So, okay, if there's a phone number, I always like to call.
Yeah.
Because I feel they've given you a phone number, especially if there's a mobile. Landlines are the worst because they're trying to get you through a gateway.
Yeah.
But what I'll try to do is I'll call the mobile, and what will happen is either I connect and then I can book a discovery from there.
Yeah.
Or you call and half the time they don't answer.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would never answer a number.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's a mobile number or a O2 number. I will never answer a number if I don't
Yep.
recognize it. I'll
So-
call it back, but I won't answer
So
it.
knowing that, I mean, yeah, my opinion on that then would be, I guess, either of the outcome of that attempt. So you call and connect, or you call and you don't connect.
True. Yeah. Call
I
any
think
connect.
I think a one-to-one video is needed, because if you connect and you have a big conversation or a little conversation, your follow-up would still be that one-to-one. Hey, it was so good to talk to you. Here's what we discussed. Here's what's happening next. If you didn't connect, it's still a, hey, I tried to call about your inquiry, blah, blah, blah. Here's what we need to do. Here's what's next. So either outcome of the attempt that happened, I think it's great. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
telling my
spot on.
clients it all the time, but there's still apprehension there to do.
And that's quite
videos.
normal. It's easy for us now because we've done it for so long. But if I cast my mind back, like, I think the key thing here, we offer training on this, like just a 3-hour training module, is there's always a number of reasons. Like they're shy of their voice or their face. They don't know how to do it. They're scared about the technology. They haven't been shown, essentially.
Yeah, true.
So when they sort of see that formula and template, and we won't have time to go through that today exactly, it's actually super, super simple, and it saves, like, the whole thing is it humanizes the sales process.
Yeah.
So I'll jump onto a call and
They've met you before.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know, like normally you jump on, because we feel it more because clients don't do it with us, but you're about to jump onto a meeting. You've never met them before. We booked the meeting and there's that 1 second where your brain's like, oh, okay, that's what you look like. And that's,
100%.
That's your hair and your color.
Your
and
cognitive, your cognitive load of, okay, oh, this is something new I'm looking
it's still
at.
a load.
Yeah, 100%.
It's a tiny thing. It's a load. It's still a
Yeah.
load, right? And then the formalities of, okay, that person's, okay, they're a normal person.
Yeah.
But you do that in a video, 100%. You do that in a video, you've already...
They know who you are straight away. They're expecting it. Yeah. You're right.
When we get pushed back, one of the things we sort of say, we're like, well, if you could get more sales, I don't want to do it. It's not worth my time. Okay, well, if this could get you more sales, like, is it worth you investigating and trialing how to do this? If someone says no, we're like, okay, well, don't talk to me. I can't really help you.
sales.
I can't really help you.
Bugger off.
But if this can get you more sales and you think it could, and I can show you evidence that it can, are you interested to see how it works?
Yeah.
And if they are, I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to show you how to do it. And I can guarantee you, guys, this podcast, we're talking about the things that work, that generate money. I can guarantee you will generate more sales. Now, I will sort of say for every 100 you send, you'll find some people like, oh, I didn't care much for the video.
Yeah. Strange people.
Yeah. And I've had that. So I used to do sales coaching, obviously, as you know, Tash, and they've said to me, oh, maybe, like I got so much good feedback. But this guy literally said, and I listened to the calls as well, I didn't care much for the video. I'm like, so sales is a probability game. There is nothing that will work with everyone. But for every one person that says that, you will probably get 30 people that appreciate it.
100%.
So I'd rather play the odds,
Yep.
right? Put my money on black there on that roulette table than risk it by someone who's not interested. And by the way, they might say they don't care for it. They're not going to not buy from you. They'll just be indifferent.
Yeah, exactly.
So it works. It's proven to work, and I will fight anyone who wants to challenge me. But yeah, so essentially, like you say, it works for both. If it's an inquiry like, hey, thank you so much, Tash. I noticed you're interested in boom, boom, boom. On a call, let's talk about ABC.
Yep.
If you're from that industry, we've done work before. Okay, so let's keep going. I'll get you to kind of introduce the next one, Tash.
All right, number 3 is our post-proposal follow-up sequence. So this is, you've sent a proposal and we have a follow-up. I almost feel bad saying the word follow-up, because the one thing that we'll always say to our clients when we're building these out for them and we're helping them map this journey is, for the love of God, don't call the prospect and say, hey, I'm just following up, or even an email, hey, just following up. Like, those words never.
It triggers, and the reason why it triggers commission breath, because think about it, if you're listening to this, when someone says that, what are you thinking, Tash? Like, we've heard that until the end of time. If someone calls you and like, I'm following up, what do you feel?
Like, you want my money and that's all you care for? Like, you want to close your deal?
Yeah, like, gimme.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's for you.
Yeah.
You don't care about if I had any questions or if I need more time with it. So funnily enough, internally, so in HubSpot setup, when we're setting up these sequences and we set tasks and all that type of stuff, we do call them follow-up tasks.
Yeah, that's an internal name. Yeah.
But it's internal. And everything external is always like curiosity, like led for the rep to, we got any questions? How's this coming along? What's something looking like? So it's, not following up.
I will say, to keep it short, like, the best way is you're giving them some value. Like, if you've done a good call and discovery and their pain points, so what are their pains? And their gain points, like what will they gain from? If you've done a good job there and you have a culture of creating content, even if you don't create content, you can't put on a full-time writer like our clients or like Red Pandas. You can still send them a video. Hey, something I saw online, or a third-party thing. You can do that. If you don't do that, because clients still won't do that, like, oh, what else can I do? If you must follow up, then at least say the next best thing to doing anything of value that I've heard, and to be honest, I do use sometimes, is a courtesy, right? Like, this is like a courtesy call, or wanting to follow you up as courtesy, like as I promised, to see how you're going with it. And half the time they actually thank me for that. Yeah. So they're the words I use. I will not use. Language is really important. Someone's like, oh, maybe it's just semantics. No, it's not. No. There are triggers. People hear stuff all the time and it means something. Yeah. So if you're like, hey, this is a courtesy call based on I promised last week I'd call. Here's me calling. Courtesy call, want to see what questions you had, like you said, right?
I like the first point you made though, that assignment selling type of thing. It's kind of assignment selling, but not really. How long do you keep doing that? Though, if you've got an opportunity that you're nurturing, how long do you keep just sending them a little bit of information every now and then to their pain points until you're like, I'm not going to send any more?
Well, and it should be a mix of emails and phone calls and text messages. That's the best way to do it, to do it multimodal.
I got you.
Yeah, you answered. Yeah. And the short answer is you keep following them up until they say, piss off.
Yeah, okay.
Until they, because we get paid for yeses and nos.
Yeah.
People often talk about like, oh, I don't want to bother people. And it's like, well, with all due respect, who cares? Like, if they're not going to buy from you, why do you care that you're bothering them?
And like, what do you think the competitor's doing?
Who cares?
Probably bothering
you. And to be honest, like, I get sold to a lot, right? Like, because, I'm on LinkedIn, I come under some sort of filter, and you probably do too. Like, you probably come under like COO or ops manager or whatever. I come under the CEO filter, and I'm often getting sold a lot. And I'm so busy when it's something I'm interested in, I thank them. I'm working with a recruiter right now, right? And he's a friend of mine. I've known him for ages. He helps me with sales roles. He's like, oh man, hope you don't mind me pestering. I go, dude, I really appreciate it. I'm really, really busy. Like, things fall off my plate. So you following me up is a courtesy to me. So yeah, you keep following them up until they say no. In short, every industry is different, but the thing is, doesn't matter what you come up with, you need to have a plan. It has to be consistent.
Yep.
So as you know, Tasha, when clients come in to work with us, we might say, look, 8 touch point, for example.
Yep. Whether
it's 8 or 6 or 7, it should be more than 4 or 5, because that's when most clients close. I really couldn't give a shit, but just have something and follow it.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Next, this one's so simple, but the amount of business that it's won for us personally and our clients is crazy. And we've had this workflow probably for like 5-6 years. It's so old that it was set up by me when I used to do our portal.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. Right? And I don't touch portals anymore. But this is sales notification workflows for active deals. Now, apply this nuance to your own business here. But what this is I'm looking at an email, which I won't share on screen, but I'll read it out. It is a workflow. It sends an internal email, and it's a lead activity viewed to web pages. So it gets sent to me if they're a deal. So that's one criteria, that they're a deal. It's not closed lost. Actually, I might be closed lost too, because it would work with closed lost. But they're a deal, and they've either they viewed 2 web pages and or opened a sales email. Yeah, and you can add other triggers too. So say they open 2 web pages and open a sales email. You get this email and it says, hey there, a lead who's been sent a sales email. So they've also been sent a sales email from me in the past. Yep. Right? Check them out to see whether they're worth calling. They visited the website and visited 2 pages.
It's a nice
one. I'm looking at one. It's got the name. It's got the email. It's got the website. It's got the link to the contact record. And this is really, really cool. I wanted to share this because this happened this week, Tash, this story. They visited our page, redpandas.com.au/paid media performance management. Now, they had booked a meeting with me. They're an existing client who's finishing a project, one of your projects, and I was there because, shout out to you and Anna, did such a great job, right? So I was there because you guys did a great job, not because of anything I did, but I was there. And 2 days before, I got this. And he made it really vague, but guess what? I knew exactly what he wanted to talk about.
Walking into that meeting, yeah.
Now, can I ask? Yeah, did I ask? Of course I did. But knowing specifically what he visited, I was ready with answers and case studies, and it just made that call much more robust than it would have been.
Yeah, it's a great notification. It's one of our kind of out-of-the-box defaults for sales sales onboardings and optimizations. If you're using the pipeline and you've got obviously content on your website, so we're dropping cookies and we're tracking, this lead activity notification is very, very important. I mean, there's so much more we can do with them, but just simply notifying a rep when one of their leads or deals is becoming active on the website and with marketing material and your sales material, just giving them that knowledge, like what you just said, like the true words from a salesperson, it clearly just empowers them to do a better job.
And the key is like the right parameters for you. So this one was, I even forgot all of the parameters, but they have to have been sent an email from me.
Yes, sales email. Yep.
I mean, if every lead that you have is created a deal, that's another problem for another day.
That's an optimization project you can talk to us about.
That's right. There's something we could sell you to fix that. You should not do that. But even then, like, you wouldn't want them for all of those, right? But it's clear parameter that it is probably a number of deal stages. Someone who I've spoken to, someone who I've sent an email. I could even add a parameter where, look, I don't want it to be sent to me because I'm already in conversation. They've gone cold, right? They've future nurture or close lost. I could have a specific one for them, ones that I thought were gone. But they've come back, viewed 2 pages, opened a sales email. Hey, Moby, give these people a call.
Yeah.
Good one. The last one, this I love. I'm so passionate about this. Like I've done a lot of content on this. If people have seen it. It's the daily sales dashboard that dictates a salesperson's day. I'm a believer that most sales reps, it might be a little bit different for different clients, but really I'm struggling to see who would be different for, is there's 3 things they should look at every single day when they start their day, if you're in a sales role or sales is in your remit. 1 is your tasks. 2 is your sales dashboard, which is what we're going to talk about. And 3 is your deal pipeline. Now, the deal dashboard that I'm looking at, so you'll have to imagine this in your own head. And what we'll do is in the show notes, if you watch the video version, we'll throw this up on screen right now. But this is the start of the dashboard. There's more on the bottom, but I just want to share the important part first. The first row is like the follow-ups that are required, right? So these are the follow-ups that are required. The first widget, and by the way, don't ignore the you might say my sales pipeline or my sales process is a 2-year process. So forget I've got 7 days as a follow-up. Yours could be different. Use your own imagination, right? But the first box says deals not followed up. It's been more than 7 days. In our space, normally, on average, we can close someone within a month or 2. Yeah. So if someone's in the deal pipeline and say they said, awesome, this is great, Moby, I'm going away for... Oh no, going away would be different. You wouldn't bother them. But I've got a board meeting in 3 weeks' time. I'm not going to leave it 3 weeks to reach out to them. No. I'm going to ping with them something. In our space, the rule is 7 days. Every 7 days, it might be like, oh, hey, Tash, by the way, saw this. We did this article recently, HubSpot versus Salesforce. Thought this would be useful. Yeah. It doesn't matter if we're due to connect in 3 weeks. I'm still going to send that to you because every 7 days. And here's why. If you're in sales, you will know this in your bones. You can have the best sales call on earth. They speak to someone else a week later. They've forgotten your conversation and now they've got recency bias, right? And they close because of that. Yeah, and they forgot all the amazing, juicy stuff that you said. Yeah. And someone swooped in and eaten your lunch. Yeah. Right? This avoids that shit. Yeah. I promise for the longest time, I was really good at not swearing. I think I'm really passionate about this.
Yeah, you're passionate. No, I agree. You're right. It does.
So you might say, cool. We've got clients who their deal process is like 2 years. So maybe it's not every 7 days, but maybe it's like every month, every 2 weeks. Yep. You're sending them something. It's not even a follow up. That's the beautiful thing. It's showing you care. Yep. Anyway, so that row is like follow ups required. So that's deals. The next thing is MQLs. It's been more than 3 days. That's like an emergency backup. You should never leave an MQL more than a day. It should be an hour tops. But if it happens, it falls into that. And the one next to that is MQLs not contacted. MQLs in our language are, it's an inquiry. Yeah, that's what that is. Then the bottom stuff is really, really cool. And I'll leave it at that. On one side, we've got the deals one. So if you're listening to this, in your car or whatever, think of like January, February, March, Jan to December. Imagine like a gray line that's got the sales target every single month and then columns. So this is how many sales you made money-wise for Jan, Feb, March, April, May. So this is really cool. So what this will show, it's like, okay, cool. Here's your target. Hypothetically, say it's $100,000 worth of sales and there's a line that goes through, just a gray line through the whole year. and here's where you're hitting it and not hitting it. That's all well and good. What it's got next to it though is probably equally, if not more important. The one on the left is a lagging indicator. That means that the day is done, the month's finished. You can't impact that now. The one on the right is a leading indicator. So the left is deals won, the right is pipeline created. Because here's what happens a lot. And it's so funny. I made this mistake for years. I think there's a really, really good example here, right? You might have like a really good month, right? You might have, say I'm looking at this graph right now, March 2025. You exceeded target. Great. It almost gives you a false sense of security because if you look in March for pipeline created is how many new deals you've created. You haven't closed them, but they're new opportunities in your pipeline. For March, that value is a little bit small. Or like, let's just say you had a really good sales month and then the pipeline created was quite small. That's going to catch up to you in a month 100%.
I was about to say your next month or the following month is going to have, in your lagging report, it's not going to be as sexy as you would want it to be because you weren't creating enough velocity.
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah. Call it velocity, call it like whatever it is, but it will give you a false sense of security. And then the month clicks over to the 1st of August and you're like, oh,
where's all my deals?
No, I've got to grip. And then you're playing catch up. So one of the big salespeople, I love salespeople. I'm a salesperson myself, but salespeople are very short-sighted with all due respect, right? Because they're working in week to week, day to day, month to month, quarter to quarter.
Yep.
So they'll be focusing and hustling, but they have to keep in mind the pipeline they're creating. Otherwise, it will catch up with them. And this has been it's been a godsend.
Yeah, it's a great report.
Final words from you. I think we'll wrap it up. There's a lot there.
There's heaps there. I mean, if you're using HubSpot and you can implement even just one of these things that we shared, you'll be somewhat ahead of some of the people that are coming to us to fix their portals. So yeah, good, heaps of value in this one, Mo. It's nice.
Thank you, Tash. It's always good for you to join me. We don't always get to connect together, but I really appreciate your time. And we'll join everyone again for another episode of Inbound Buzz.
Thanks for listening to Inbound Buzz. Learn anything? Return the favor by spreading the word. Want to make your mark in digital? Need help with your digital strategy, inbound, and marketing automation efforts? Then visit redpandas.com.au and be sure to tune in next time for another Inbound Buzz hit.